darkness, silence, and one endless question. For thousands of years, humanity has looked up at the sky and wondered, how did this universe begin? Where did the very first spark of life come from? In today's so-called progressive world, one question continues to echo again and again. Is religion a barrier to science? And more specifically, does Islam contradict modern scientific discoveries? At a time when humanity stands at the peak of technological advancement, why do some still claim that this religion is trapped in ancient traditions? But what if the truth is the complete opposite? What if it turns out that more than 1400 years ago, in the middle of a desert, statements were revealed that modern science only discovered a few decades ago? Today, we are not here for blind debate. We are here to face the facts. So prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear may completely change the way you see the world. History reveals a strange contradiction. While Europe was sinking into the Dark Ages, Muslim scholars were revolutionizing mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. From Ibn al-Haytham to Ibn Sina, their discoveries helped lay the foundation of modern science itself. But the real question is not historical. The real question is theological. Do the core sources of Islam, the Holy Quran and the Sunnah, contain anything that truly conflicts with established scientific facts? Or is science repeatedly uncovering truths already mentioned in the Quran? Islam is not merely a religion of rituals. It is a complete way of life that repeatedly challenges humanity to think. Will you not use your intellect? Will you not reflect? Again and again, the Quran calls mankind toward observation, reason, and deep contemplation. Today, we will examine Islam through three major scientific fields: the origin of the universe, human embryology, and ocean science, the birth and expansion of the universe. At the beginning of the 20th century, scientists introduced what we now know as the Big Bang Theory. According to modern cosmology, the entire universe was once compressed into a single point. Then suddenly, everything separated through one massive cosmic event. Now travel back to the 7th century, to the deserts of Arabia, where a book was revealed saying, "Do the disbelievers not see that the heavens and the earth were once joined together? Then we separated them?" How was that possible? At a time when telescopes did not even exist. How could such precise descriptions appear? In 1929, Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is expanding, but the Quran says, "And we built the heaven with power, and indeed, we are expanding." The Arabic word used here indicates continuous action, meaning the expansion is still happening, even now. Was this coincidence, or something far beyond human knowledge? The mystery of embryology. Embryology has always been one of the most complex fields in medical science. Even in the 18th century, many believed that a fully formed miniature human existed inside the womb from the very beginning. But modern ultrasound technology tells a very different story. Now listen carefully to the Quranic description. It describes embryonic development in stages. The verse says, "Then we made the sperm drop into a clinging substance. Then we made the clinging substance into a chewed-like lump. Then we made the lump into bones, and we clothed the bones with flesh." When Dr. Keith Moore studied these verses, he was stunned.
Muhammad could not have known these facts about human development in the 7th century because most of them were not discovered until the 20th century. Muslims and others are justified in concluding that these facts could only have been revealed to Muhammad by the one who knows all about us, not only about how we developed, but how we live and function.
The Arabic word alaka can mean something that clings, or even a leech-like substance. Modern embryology shows that in the early stages, the embryo behaves remarkably like a leech, attaching itself to the womb and drawing nutrients from it. How could such accurate descriptions exist? In a time without microscopes, without medical imaging, without modern science? Is this really the sign of a religion opposed to knowledge, or the sign of something humanity has yet to fully understand? The depths of the ocean. Modern deep-sea researchers have discovered something extraordinary. Deep within the ocean, light disappears layer by layer. Below 200 meters, most colors vanish. Below 1,000 meters, there is almost complete darkness. And within those depths, there are waves beneath waves, internal waves, hidden under the surface. Now listen to how the Quran describes the deep ocean. Or like the darkness within a deep sea, covered by waves, upon which are waves, above which are clouds, darkness, one above another. Modern oceanography confirms the existence of internal waves, completely different from the surface waves visible to the human eye. But here is the question. 1400 years ago, how could a man living in the deserts of Arabia describe the hidden structure of the deep ocean so accurately? Life beyond Earth. In this massive universe, are we truly alone? Or could there be other forms of life, other civilizations, beyond Earth? In April of 2026, American president reportedly ordered the release of classified UFO files. Then in May, the Pentagon reportedly released more than 160 declassified UFO and UAP documents, videos, images, military reports, and records connected to space-related investigations. Modern science is clearly searching for answers. They believe there may be something more out there. But now comes the deeper question. Did the Quran already hint toward the possibility of life beyond Earth? The Quran states, "And among his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the living creatures he has dispersed throughout them both." Notice carefully. The word heavens appears in plural form, and the verse speaks about living creatures spread throughout them. Many Islamic researchers believe this may point toward the possibility of life beyond our planet. Again and again, the Quran invites humanity to reflect upon the universe. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in the alternation of night and day, there are signs for people of understanding. And there are countless other verses that encourage humanity to think deeply about creation, space, and existence itself. Even today, despite all scientific advancement, there are still mysteries science cannot fully explain. The soul, human consciousness, the true nature of existence. Science remains silent on many of these questions. The Quran speaks about realities beyond human perception. It speaks about multiple heavens, different realms of existence, and distances beyond imagination. Science is still far away from fully understanding such concepts. The Quran also speaks clearly about the existence of jinn. Yet modern science has no explanation for such beings. And then comes the greatest mystery of all, human creation itself. Even today, there are still debates and unanswered questions surrounding human origins. Darwinian evolution remains a scientific theory, not an absolute proven fact in every detail. But the Quran clearly states that humanity began with Adam and Eve. Science continues searching, and perhaps one day, it may discover truths humanity once ignored. Critics often claim that Islam stands against modernity. But what are we actually witnessing? From the beginning of the universe, to the development of the embryo, from the depths of the ocean, to the mysteries of space. Every time science reaches a new frontier, many people find echoes of Quranic descriptions waiting there. And perhaps the most astonishing fact is this. Across 1400 years, countless scientific theories have changed. Many were accepted, then later abandoned. But not a single word of the Quran has been definitively proven false by science. Could that be coincidence? Or could it be evidence that this book comes from the creator of the universe itself? At the end of this journey, one truth becomes clear as daylight. Science and Islam are not enemies. They are complementary. Science helps us understand the world around us, while Islam guides us toward understanding the creator behind that world. The famous scientist once said, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." In other words, without moral and spiritual guidance, science loses direction. And without knowledge and understanding, faith can become empty. That is why we should never separate religion from knowledge. True understanding allows humanity to progress in this world, while also recognizing the limitless power of Allah. Allah Almighty has thrown a challenge to both humanity and the jinn. A challenge that modern science, despite all its advancement and countless attempts, has still not fully overcome. In Surah Ar-Rahman, chapter 55, verse 33, Allah says, "O company of jinn and mankind, if you are able to pass beyond the regions of the heavens and the earth, then pass beyond them. But you will not pass except with sultan," meaning authority, special knowledge, or permission granted by Allah. For centuries, humanity looked toward the skies and dreamed of crossing beyond Earth. Today, with rockets, space stations, and advanced technology, humans have only reached a tiny fraction of the universe. The deeper science travels into space, the more endless and mysterious the cosmos appears. And even now, humanity remains bound by limits. Limits of knowledge, limits of power, and limits of existence itself. So let us not chase information alone. Let us search for truth. Because the deeper humanity explores the universe, the more questions emerge. And perhaps, some of those answers have been waiting in plain sight all along. If you found this video logical, informative, and thought-provoking, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with others. Allah Hafiz.